Hey, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Day 53 of the summer cut. Doing a deload this week, trying to figure out what to do on what is normally my tricep focused pressing day. So normally I'd be hammering weighted dips and close grip bench press, skull crushers, movements like that. But we're deloading, so decided to do a calisthenics circuit consisting of pull-ups, ring dips, inverted rows, and push-ups. I started off with 10 reps on each exercise and then just worked my way down 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 on the last set. Except for push-ups, I did 10 push-ups on every set, and then the last set I hit 20. So that works out to 55 pull-ups, 55 dips, 55 inverted rows, and 110 push-ups. Goal was to do it in under 30 minutes, and I managed to get it in at 29 minutes. The sets of 8 and 7 on the pull-ups were rough. I got 10, I got 9. Once I got to 8, I was struggling. I got 4 reps, and then I had to rest. And then I had to rest a couple times on that set. 7, I had to rest once. Once I got past 7, I was able to do all the rest of the sets unbroken. This workout was inspired by Div over at Lockup Workouts, one of my favorite channels on YouTube to watch. Div over in Scotland there, insanely hard-working guy. Works hard during the day as a landscaper, and then at night gets his workouts in, does some insane calisthenics circuits. He's adding more barbell compound lifts in now, getting stronger on those. It's not uncommon to see him out in the wilderness lifting stones, doing handstands, wild swimming. Find some of the most beautiful spots to swim and train. When my youngest daughter was little, whenever she'd be learning a new skill, whether it was at gymnastics or figure skating, baseball, didn't matter what she was doing, she'd try something the first time and she might be terrible at it, but she would always say, "I'm really good at this. I just need practice." And then she would just practice the skill over and over and over until she got it down perfectly. When I watch Div train, I always think of that. Not because he's terrible at anything, but more so because he doesn't settle for being mediocre at anything. Any skills I see him working on, he just keeps working and working and working until he gets them down perfectly. Inspires the heck out of me. And he's one of the most encouraging people out there. He's always in my YouTube comments encouraging me, telling me how awesome I'm doing. He tells me that I inspire him. And that means a lot to me because I respect the hell out of that guy. So today I'm shouting out Div because this circuit's inspired by him. But super thankful for all you guys that are in my community on YouTube. As Michael McCabe so eloquently commented today, he said, "You got some legendary people to absolute beasts in your comments." I couldn't agree more. So many of you guys inspire me, keep me pushing hard, working to be the strongest, best shape of my life at 46 years old. So thank you very much to everyone that subscribed, everybody that watches, everybody that comments. I love the community, love chatting with everybody. I would have shut the channel down a long time ago if it wasn't for this community. So thank you guys. All right, so this was the 8 rep set of pull-ups, and you can see me. I got 4 reps in, had to take a break, got 2 reps, had to take a break, got 1 rep, took a break, got another rep, took a break. I was so frustrated with myself, but I just, after doing the 10 and the 9, I kind of ran out of gas a little bit. I've only been training doubles on pull-ups because this bicep tendon's been bugging me, so haven't been doing any high reps. The work capacity is definitely not awesome on pull-ups right now. Once I got down to 6 reps, I was good to go at that point. Gave me a little bit of a break from the high rep stuff. You can see the inverted rows in there. I basically just threw those in to give me more time to rest between the pull-ups and also gave me more time to rest between the dips and the push-ups. I could have made the inverted rows harder, but I didn't want to kill myself on them because I knew it would just take away from the pull-ups. After pull-ups, dips were definitely the next hardest. I never had to rest or miss any reps on dips. Definitely ring dips are way more challenging than just doing straight fixed bar dips. Fixed bar, it's not out of the question that I could knock off 55 reps in 2 sets. On rings, I think it would probably take me 5 sets to hit 55 reps if I just went all out on every set. I had a ton of fun doing this circuit, but it definitely showed me these couple injuries that I've picked up. The bicep tendon, the radial brachialis, the stuff that's dropped my volume on pull-ups and pressing has really negatively impacted my work capacity. Like I said on pull-ups, I've just been hitting doubles because it just gets too worked up hitting high volume on a regular basis. And then on pressing, this bicep tendon up into my shoulder. Had to really drop my overall pressing volume. Thankfully, I've been able to do reasonable volume on dips, but any kind of overhead pressing, incline, even flat bench press, the volume's way down from where I like it to be. So I got to continue to get these injuries figured out and rehab so I can get the volume and intensity where I need it to be to continue to make progress. So happy to survive this workout though. Did get some good volume in, nothing heavy. Got my heart rate up, got myself sweating pretty good. And it was just nice to do something a little bit different in the deload. Now that I've done this, it's got me thinking that maybe I need to add some of these calisthenics circuits into my workouts at the end, just to finish off with some volume and build that work capacity in a way that doesn't drive the bicep tendon and radial brachialis too crazy. Bicep tendon actually seems to be doing better on pull-ups than it does on pressing these days, so might be time to start building towards my max pull-ups again. See if I can beat my all-time best of 18. That's it for the workout. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.